What is the difference between a dream and a goal? It sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, but it's the most important question you might ever ask yourself. A dream is a soft, blurry image of a future you'd like to have. It's warm, it's comforting, and it requires absolutely nothing from you. A goal is different. A goal has sharp edges. It has weight. It looks back at you and demands action. Most of us live our lives collecting blurry dreams, wondering why our reality never seems to match the beautiful pictures in our minds. We say things like, I want to be successful, I want to get in shape, I want to be happy. These are wishes, not goals. They are clouds of intention with no direction. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to talk about a tool so powerful it can transform the fog of a dream into a crystal-clear destination. It's a framework you might have heard of, the acronym SMART. But forget the corporate training seminars and the dry textbooks. We're going to understand this concept by applying it to a situation where the stakes are absolute, where success is the only option, and where a vague plan guarantees failure. We are going to plan the perfect heist. Our target is not get rich. That's a dream. Our goal is precise. It is the first and most crucial letter of our framework, S, for specific. The crew doesn't say, let's rob a bank. They say, we are going to acquire the Star of Alexandria diamond from Vault 713 in the sub-basement of the Metropolitan Heritage Bank. See the difference? Rob a bank is an idea. Acquire the diamond from Vault 713 is a mission. It answers the critical questions. What, precisely, do we want to achieve? Why are we doing it? In this case, it's the diamond, a flawless, fist-sized stone with a history as dark as it is brilliant. Who is involved? A small, specialized team. We'll meet them later. Where is it located? Metropolitan Heritage Bank, Vault 713. This specificity is not just for clarity, it's for focus. When you have a specific goal, your brain stops wandering through endless possibilities and starts solving a single defined problem. It's the difference between staring at an entire mountain and wondering how to climb it versus identifying the first handhold on a specific path. So your goal isn't to get healthy. It's to lose 15 pounds and be able to run a 5K without stopping. It's not learn an instrument. It's learn to play the 4 basic chords on the guitar to play the song Wonderwall. Be ruthless with your ambiguity. Hunt it down and eliminate it. A specific goal is the foundation upon which the entire plan is built. Without it, you're just a dreamer with a crowbar, standing in front of a random bank, hoping for the best. With it, you're a professional. You have your target, now what? Now we make it measurable. The letter M. This is where the plan starts to take on a tangible form. It's not enough to know what you want. You need to know how you'll know when you've got it, and how you'll track your progress along the way. Get the diamond is still too big. It's the end result. What are the milestones that tell us we are on the path to success? Our heist crew would break it down. 1. Obtain the complete architectural blueprints for the bank. That's a measurable outcome. Either you have them or you don't. 2. Neutralize the 3-tiered security system. Tier 1 is the perimeter sensors. Tier 2 is the pressure plates in the main hall. Tier 3 is the laser grid protecting the vault corridor. That's 3 measurable tasks. 3 checkboxes. 3. Crack the Chrono 7 series safe. The manufacturer's specifications state it has a dual tumbler system with a 6-minute time lock after 3 failed attempts. Success is opening that door. Failure is being locked out. Measurability turns a giant, intimidating objective into a checklist of smaller, manageable wins. Each time you check a box, you get a hit of dopamine, a neurochemical reward that says, "You're doing it, keep going." This is profoundly motivating. For you, lose 15 pounds becomes, I will weigh myself every Monday morning. I will track my calories daily using an app. I will reduce my weekly average calorie intake by 200 calories. These are measurable actions. Success isn't some far-off event. It's hitting your calorie goal today. It's seeing the number on the scale move by half a pound this week. Our crew isn't motivated by the diamond itself, not yet. They are motivated by the successful completion of their next measurable step. Get the blueprints. Disable the first alarm. It breaks the journey into steps you can actually take, rather than a leap you can only dream of making. So we have a specific goal, and we have a way to measure our progress, but there's a critical reality check we need to perform. Is this even possible? This brings us to A, for achievable. A goal must stretch you, but it shouldn't break you. Our heist crew wouldn't attempt to steal the diamond if they were three amateurs who just watched a spy movie. That would be a fantasy, not an achievable goal. A goal is achievable when you either have the skills and resources to pull it off, or you have a realistic plan to acquire them. Let's look at our crew. There's the Ghost, a master of infiltration who can bypass physical security systems in her sleep. There's the Spark, an electrical engineer who can talk to any alarm system ever made and convince it to take a nap. And there's the Artist, a safecracker who sees a vault not as a barrier, but as a complex mechanical puzzle waiting to be solved. The goal is achievable because of the team. They have the necessary skills. It's still incredibly difficult, it's a challenge, but it's within the realm of possibility for them. This is the sweet spot for any goal. It should be ambitious enough to inspire you, but realistic enough not to discourage you. If you've never run before, setting a goal to run a marathon next month is not achievable. It's a recipe for injury and disappointment. But a 5K in 3 months? That's a challenge you can rise to. You can find a training plan. You can get the right shoes. You can build the necessary stamina. When you set an achievable goal, you're not admitting weakness. You're demonstrating wisdom. You're building a ladder, not wishing for wings. You respect the process. The heist is achievable for our crew, not because it's easy, but because they respect the difficulty and have prepared accordingly. Now this is where it gets interesting. Even if a goal is specific, measurable, and achievable, it won't sustain you through the hard times if it lacks one vital ingredient: relevance. The letter R. Why are you doing this? Why does it matter? Relevance is the hiram bakriti. Why behind the hiram? What? It's the emotional engine of your ambition. For our heist crew, the goal is not just to steal a diamond. That's the objective, but it's not the purpose. Let's say the Star of Alexandria was stolen from our safecrackers family 2 generations ago by the bank's corrupt founder. The heist isn't about wealth. It's about justice. It's about restoring a family legacy. Suddenly, the risks, the fear, the immense difficulty of the task are all contextualized. They're fueled by a purpose that runs deeper than money. This is the force that will push them through when the plan goes sideways, when an unexpected patrol passes by, when the vault's mechanism is stiffer than they anticipated. A relevant goal is deeply connected to your core values and your bigger picture in life. Losing 15 pounds is a task. But losing 15 pounds to have more energy to play with my kids and be a healthy role model for them, that's a calling. Learning the guitar is a hobby, but learning the guitar to connect with my father by playing the songs he loves, that's a mission. When your goal is relevant, the motivation comes from within. You're not just chasing an external target. You're becoming the person you truly want to be. The sacrifices don't feel like sacrifices. They feel like investments in a future that matters to you. Before you commit to any goal, ask yourself, why this? Why now? If your answer doesn't light a fire in you, you need to dig deeper or find a different goal. The Heist crew is willing to risk everything not for a rock, but for a story. For redemption. What's the story you want to live? Finally, we have the element that brings everything into sharp, immediate focus. The final letter, T, for time-bound. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. It's a someday task, and someday is a day that never arrives on the calendar. A deadline creates urgency. It forces you to prioritize and to take action. For our heist, the time-bound element is everything. The entire operation must take place on the night of the annual Founders Gala. Why? Because the city's security resources will be concentrated on the event. It has to happen between 2 a.m. when the late-night cleaning crew leaves and 4:30 a.m. when the early morning armored car delivery arrives. That's a 2.5-hour window, absolute, non-negotiable. This deadline dictates the entire pace of the operation. Disabling the perimeter alarms, 15 minutes. Crossing the main hall pressure plates, 10 minutes. Bypassing the laser grid, 20 minutes. Cracking the vault, 1 hour. Leaving a 25-minute buffer for unexpected problems. Every part of the plan has its own sub-deadline. The ticking clock is not an enemy. It's a tool. It prevents procrastination. It focuses the mind. Think about it. If you have all semester to write a paper, when do you do most of the work? The week before it's due. The deadline is a powerful psychological trigger. By setting one for your goal, you are manufacturing that same potent focus for yourself. So I will learn to play the basic chords on the guitar becomes I will practice for 20 minutes, 3 times a week, and be able to play the 4 basic chords smoothly by March 31st. I will lose 15 pounds becomes I will lose an average of 1 pound per week for the next 4 months with a target date of my birthday. Put it on the calendar. Tell someone about it. Create a sense of accountability. Give your goal a place to live in the real world, on a real timeline. The crew doesn't have the luxury of someday. They have a window, and that window is closing. And so is yours. So let's review the blueprint for the perfect plan. Our heist was a success not because of luck, but because the goal was specific. The Star of Alexandria from Vault 713. It was measurable. A checklist of security tiers and safe mechanisms to overcome. It was achievable. The right team with the right skills for the challenge. It was relevant. A mission to reclaim a stolen legacy, not just get rich. And it was time-bound. A razor-thin 2.5-hour window that demanded absolute focus. The crew walked away with the diamond, fading into the night as the city woke up, completely unaware. They turned a seemingly impossible dream into a successful reality. Now, it's your turn. You are standing in front of your own vault. Inside is the life you want, a healthier body, a new skill, a finished novel, a stronger relationship. Right now it might just be a blurry dream. So let's give it some edges. What is the specific thing you want? How will you measure your progress? Is it truly achievable? And what resources do you need? Why is it relevant to you? What is your deep down why? And when exactly will you have it? Don't just wish for it. Plan for it. Build your machine. Your heist starts now.